Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Symph, One CFO, Yspaces, Credit Hero, Tiwala, Geek Genius, Cooltech Portfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Like tayo ngayon here in Yspaces BGC, our partner co-working and Yspaces. And we have once again Gryph with its new project, Gryph Recordings. We have the founder, Mickele Macon. Hello, Mickele. Kamusta? How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me. What's up, everybody out there? Just want to give some love and say hi.
It's also the first time meeting in person, and I'm very happy to meet you finally in person.
Yes.
We've been talking a lot online, and we did the podcast before online. I think that was during or a few years after the pandemic, or maybe during the pandemic, I think.
We got together early 2022, I think. So it's after the pandemic.
Yeah. And that was also the time when Web3 blockchain was kind of making fire.
Yeah, it was a lot of lights. There was a lot going on back in those days. Actually, I think people call that the golden era already. It's 2026. They're already looking back. Well, it was a lot going on during the Twitter spaces and things like that too. So it was a lot of interest, I think, at Web3 at that time, and it was a good time. But it wasn't easy.
And I'm actually happy you're back and you're still with Web3 because I've seen a lot of projects that go down or stop or like they just crashed. But here you're back with a new something, you did some new stuff, and it's still Web3 based. So I'm really happy to hear it.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm never going to leave Web3. My angel investor is one of the best developers in the Philippines. And as long as I have him by my side, we'll never leave Web3. It's just the fact that I'm just not out there promoting myself, you know. Like it maybe it's something I should do better, I think. But if I don't have anything to offer, then why even be people's face? Right? This situation happened because it became kind of like a pivot, I guess, but evolution. We get into that lore. But I'm grateful to be able to do something that I love, that I enjoy, and that I can do on my own without having a lot of things around me that will stop a lot of previous founders. A lot of things have changed.
Yeah. I think I will go straight to the question. Ano nga ba, Mickele, or what is Gryph Recordings?
Gryph Recordings is a record label that I have put together with myself. I have over 30 years of music experience before I moved to the Philippines.
Yeah.
I was into the music industry. I lived in New York.
Yeah.
I have this is a real New York cat. I got the World Series from 2008, 2009. This is old. This is almost 20 years, this hat right here. I'm from New York. I was doing music. I had my own independent label. I worked with DJs. I used to do events to promote other artists. I worked with pretty much every major record label in the United States in the 90s and early 2000s. I've worked with LXM magazine and also the Source magazine. I did street promotions, marketing, had my own label, had my own studio. So music was like my life for like 20 years. And then what happened was, things didn't go where I want. And I stopped around 2012, 2013, stopped doing music. And I had a job also. So I just focused on that. When I moved to the Philippines in 2017, I came here, another golden era, I think, in the Philippines, because we used to have the blockchain meetings here. And meetups and stuff. So I met a lot of people in those.
Yeah. That's 2017. Like
2017.
Oh,
2017, 2018. I was in the startup meetups, not only was I was in the fintech meetups, I was in the startup meetups, and I was in the crypto meetups. So, to be honest, those days, and I got if I show some of the pictures I have from back then, people are like, oh my God, you was here. Like I was here back in the day. And especially in the Philippines. And, a lot of things changed, after that time. I kind of stopped doing music. Because I moved here, I wanted, we have a new life and opportunity. So I got into blockchain really heavily. And then in tech, I met a lot of good people during that time. and I just started doing Web3, and it wasn't even called Web3 back then. You know,
In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Still filling out loan applications for your business? Yeah, thought so. Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
Because back then, Bitcoin was this whole, like, I guess Bitcoin is this whole.
it was like Bitcoin, and then Ethereum came out, and then you had the Bitcoin Cash, you know, the private, it was like the privacy tokens. It wasn't like it
Yeah.
was now.
I think Web3 just came to be when there were a lot of like those layer 2 ecosystems like Ethereum, Solana. Because I mean, back then cryptocurrency, street for currency, but now there's a lot of use cases like where developers can build dApps
Right.
and DeFi and NFTs. So I think that's the start of Web3, the labor.
Yeah, and it wasn't even because back then when I came in, it was like the IPO stage. Everybody was like trying to sell token, everybody was trying to be money, and it was like that wild west stage where you was hoping that your $1,000 would, you know, get you to the moon the next day. you know what I mean?
I actually, let me tell the story. During that time, I invested a bit randomly in Bitcoin, and it was a time like Bitcoin grew from maybe like times 10. And during that time, I remember there were only 2 players in the Philippines who would allow people who would like who act legally and formally as an exchange during back then 2017. But now there are a lot, so I think Web3 really became a big thing now.
Yeah, it was Glow and another cryptocurrency. I'm not cryptocurrency, crypto exchange. I actually forgot. The attorney Raphael, I forgot his name, but he's if you know this guy, your lawyer. He's like he was like the lawyer at this exchange at that time. I forgot.
Is this Satoshi?
Yeah. That's them. Yeah.
Back then there were only 2 exchanges.
Yeah.
Coins. I think Coins at PH. And then Buy Bitcoin. The Buy Bitcoin is the one by Satoshi Citadel SEI. So
Yeah.
I actually bought on those 2 exchanges. I mean, just to be safe. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Yeah. Quantity Bitcoin grew during that time, so it's just a bit lucky.
Yeah, because PDEX wasn't even around.
Yeah.
They were putting their stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yet see, way back.
Anyway, yeah, so for Gryph Recordings, I mean, what's new? Really? I mean, I guess this Web3 music, storytelling, art. So what's really new with Gryph Recordings?
Yeah, Gryph Recordings is a label that I created myself. I actually do I use AI tools in my old music. So I took music that we created back in the day, and I added production around that music. And I'm using actually AI tools to create the music. I'm using Suno a lot right now. And there's a couple of other AI tools that I use for mixing and mastering and those type of things. All right. And the thing about the AI music thing now, that I think that people look is kind of like getting a bad rap, is because people think you just go in there and create a prompt and you get the D in and you can do that actually. You can actually.
Yeah, I remember there's half one beat. They know that half one beat.
Yeah.
That's yeah. And they say, I'm not sure. Actually, maybe I think it's true. It's an AI generated music that became really famous or something.
There is some AI music that's been out there that actually charted in Billboard magazine in the United States.
Oh,
And but the thing about it is that there was like videos behind it. You didn't know who it was. You know, it was like a lot of AI generated prompts and things like that. But the thing about what I'm doing is that I'm using AI more like a sampler. So we had the MP back in the days, and you had the samplers and sequencers and all that. And I'm using it in that aspect to where I'm taking my music and I'm creating new sounds around the sounds that I originally created. So the music that I generate is my own music, and I used different sounds with the music. I write my own lyrics, and then I use the AI vocals to be like the artist.
Okay.
So everything is created by me, written by me, produced by me. I'm not a singer. I don't have a studio here in the Philippines. I don't have a Filipino singer. So I just use the AI voices that actually I crop the voices, the sound a certain way, or I have an a cappella or soprano. So I'm actually doing a lot of the musicianship myself.
Oh,
And that's the difference between what I'm doing and what others are doing with AI music. And I'm actually one of few that will tell you I am using AI vocals on my music. But it's me, like I'm a producer and I'm just producing the output, and I'm just using these different voices because I have 5 different artists on my label. I have a rock artist called Real G's. They're more like anti-establishment.
I love this.
Yeah, America, like burning the flag and taking the oil. That's Real G's. That's really political, really thoughtful type music. And that's myself using that. And then I have a group called Cold Signal, and we do dance, EDM, electronic music. And actually, I had a partner, his name was Brad Williams, he died. His son actually joined me, and he had music. His father gave him music, and me and him got together. We became Cold Signal recently. So this is me and him putting our music together and stuff that we did. And so we're a group now. So that actually EP August 3rd, Spotify, iTunes, Apple, all of that. Effective immediately, the EP, then the album comes out in September.
Oh, wow.
So if you go to the website, you will see, if you go to the website, I designed it myself. I have actual coding experience, old school PHP for those who want to know. All right. I have some experience in that I use AI to enhance my coding, and I create the website myself. So on the website, you will see music. You can listen to music now on the website. You can actually read anime on the website. I developed 2 anime stories. One does it, did it? Yes.
Oh,
I created one anime story.
like a comic, or like a video.
Yeah, like anime, like a webtoon, and I created the player and everything. The first story is called it's Realm.exe Project Echelon. The story is based in Manila. And it's about 2 gamers, one in Manila and another one in Japan. They get thrown into this game, and they're in Manila trying to survive. And it's digital. So that was the first anime. And the second anime was released actually Monday, called Tokyo Beats. I developed this like 3 years ago. There was an African American from California, and they moved to Japan, and he like learns how to speak Japanese. These 2 animes are on the website right now, and they're free. So you could go read them at any time and get other stories. I'm just a very creative person.
Well, yeah, I see that.
And but the thing about it is that I do use AI to help me create the things I want to create.
Yeah. So even for the webtoon, that was, of course, you prompted like your story or your characters. But then you use AI you prompt AI to make the webtoon, right? To put it into.
Yeah, I developed the webtoon, the story myself, and I also do the artwork. and did not quit that and throw that. No. So I actually developed a webtoon player on the website. So you actually get the story and like a webtoon for more to where you can read it from your phone. And I know that a lot of people in the Philippines do not have computers. So I created a lot of my products to be based around mobile.
Well,
So people can read it at any time and things like that. I've actually, when I started Gryph 3 years ago, we was doing blockchain. We had the t-shirts with the NFTs, and that was merch to earn. So I've always been trying to do things to have people earn, with me. The second was Gryph naming service, which was an Ethereum product, and it was supposed to go with the marketplace, and I just couldn't raise the money with the marketplace. And I'm just being honest with you. I've tried to get grants. I applied for things. I was actually looked at with a couple of things, and we just never got picked. We always get like to the last thing, and then when it's time to pick, it's not Gryph. So what ended up happening was I lost my team. I had a tech guy that was with me, and I had some interns and some other people. And when the money didn't come through, and we didn't get the grants, and a lot of people went their own ways, I wasn't paying them, because I'm a startup, I was bootstrapped. So I was coming out eye pocket with everything. But, when one thing I think people misconfuse about startups is that when you're a startup, you don't have money. Everybody in that startup has to sacrifice for that startup to really get to the point where you earn, right? But a lot of people don't want to stick around. They want to get paid, and they have to. Some people, got to eat. They got families. I always had a job. So everything that I did was out of my own money or out of the people that was around me, and we just tried our best, and things didn't work out the way they want. So with the help of AI, I do everything now. I don't need a team anymore. I do the marketing myself. I do the promotions myself. I do the flyers myself. And plus I have like 4 years of experience working with, these tools. So it just got to the point to where I don't even look for the team anymore. I just do everything myself. And fortunately, I have one of the best blockchain developers in the world. That's my angel investor. So I don't have to really worry about it. I just wait on him. And matter of fact, he came to me like about a month and was like, yo, I'm ready. I got some time now. So we are working on a blockchain project. So I never left blockchain. It's just the fact that I'm just not think that I had to be out there. Rah. You know what I mean? And I stayed out of a lot of things that was going on that I saw that was happening in the community. And I just decided to stay out of it because, one, I'm not Filipino. So I have
you've been here for a long time.
but I don't feel like I should speak on things because I'm not a Filipino. And I could always tap into my American side of it, right? So, like, how can I really sit there and speak about things that affect Filipinos to where they affect me because I'm here? But if I'm not here, they wouldn't affect me, right? So, I don't speak on those things. I really feel that the blockchain community, for what I've seen, are doing a lot, but it can be better. And I think that we could get together and help each other. I would love to see a blockchain company one in the Philippines. There is enough talent. There's more than enough talent here in the Philippines. There's enough owners. It's here, guys. It's just the fact that, the people that are holding the keys, the gatekeepers, are holding them. They're not getting the keys out. And I think that's the big problem when it comes to startups here in the Philippines. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. Actually, it's harder here in the Philippines as a startup to really get your startup to the point to where you're making money, to get to the point where you're getting the funding and the resources. It's hard, man. if I was like a Filipino, I probably wouldn't even be at the status I am right now. And I'm just being honest because it is very hard for Filipinos, man. And if you don't have an education, it's 100 times harder. I'm sorry. It is. I'm just keeping it real. It's hard, man. So I do things creatively. I do things to try to earn people's and be humble and be respectful to the culture and to say, hey guys, I'm like you. I'm Black American. We're not rich. You know what I mean? We came through the same struggles, you know, that a lot of other people have. The only difference I have is that I'm American and I had opportunities to things that a lot of people didn't have those opportunities. But when it comes to like, you know, doing your own thing and being creative and hustling and working, that's Filipinos, that's Black Americans. We're all in the same boat, man. I just want to give you guys some good advice. I've seen this guy here for 5 years, giving a lot of tools, and I want to just show respect to you. I never did an interview with Gryph Recordings till today, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because of you. So thank you so much, man, for the opportunity. But I'm just a creative guy, man. I've just kind of figured things out. I'm older than most people, but it's okay. You call me Aunt or you just call me Mickele. You know, it's all good. I don't look my age. I just want to have fun, man. And everything is free, by the way. You know, Gryph Recordings, I'm not asking nobody to buy anything. Just stream. You know what I mean? You can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Music, you can go to iTunes. Just follow me and stream. That's free. That's all I want from you guys. Just the support. Follow me on Gryph Recordings, the Facebook page, of course. And follow this guy too, by the way. You know, for those who are watching me, Startup PH Podcast, Startup Space PH Podcast. Please follow this guy because you're like the number one podcast.
We hit the Spotify Philippines technology. Yeah, we hit number one just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. And the reason why that's special to me is because I remember. Oh yeah, sorry. The reason why that's special to me, now that I look at it's special to me because I remember when you started. You know, and that has a special place to me because I remember the growth and the hard work and the dedication that you had. You was coming back from different places at one time, and now we're here, man. Look at this place. This place is beautiful. On Yspaces, by the way, if you guys are into work from home or you're like looking for a place to do your work, it's here at VGC. It's very beautiful, by the way. We're high up. You can see things below me. This place is very nice. The people I got here, they offered me water immediately. It's very professional looking. And so if you're looking for a place to do your business or to have meetings, please check out Yspaces. Follow them on Facebook, by the way. It's Yspaces.
No space. Yeah, Yspaces. One word.
One word. I'm sorry. One word. Yspaces all together. Small caps, whatever. It keeps coming up. Check them out, please. BGC is a very beautiful place. If there's American friends that are watching this and they never been to the Philippines, please come to BGC. This is a very business centric. I have a city building right next to me, so they're like there's a lot of Americanized thing. I went to Popeyes.
Yeah.
There's a Popeyes here for the Black Americans, okay? There's a Popeyes right downstairs. I actually ate at Popeyes today. I haven't seen Popeyes in like so many years. So, the Philippines is very, a lot of businesses here, a lot of good people, a lot of opportunity. And you guys definitely come to Yspaces again. I'll plug it in again. So, you know, just in case, you know, you didn't hear me the first time.
Wow, thanks for that, Mickele. But actually, you know what? I noticed in you. I mean, I think you really have that creative soul in you. And I have two huge questions for Gryph Recordings. Actually, first huge question is about the business or about the monetization of this. Do you know for sure? You know, because when you were telling a while ago about, I mean, you have your artists. You have your 5 artists under Gryph Recordings.
Wow.
And they are all like avatars, something like that. I remember Gorillas. Do you know? I'm not sure you know the list, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I believe it was one of the first. There were 2 people who made Gorillas, and then they produced their music. They performed the music. They recorded with other artists, but they seldom show on camera or it's the avatars. Or the avatars animation. This is, and it's so nice. Actually, when I was young, I was dreaming of doing that like that. I don't know if I'm good at music or what art, but I'm just so amazed with the idea that because you watch in MTV, you watch the human artists, and then suddenly Gorillaz became famous. But that's wow. And wow, you're doing it now. You're actually doing it now.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask is, the business part here is basically the artists have to be listened to, right? Be, um, basically the business or the money making part here is the artist, and when people stream your music, right? So is that correct? Then basically you're using AI, or you have your own creative soul, you have your art, and then you use AI to produce music, to enhance that music, and then you combine those, and then it's like creating music to be heard and to be adored by people, and that's the business you right?
Well, yeah, and there's in a way that the reason why I came up with the perception of the artist was because before, when I was doing music, we had a studio, we had an artist, and had the Green One studio. You had to record them, you had to go through go through the lyrics, and there was a lot of time and energy. But I don't have that time and energy anymore in the Philippines, right? So it's not like I could find a singer and bring them to the studio and record them and that type of thing. So really what I like about this is that I can speak my truth, and I can write music for people that I feel are being left out musically. A lot of music that I write for is for the stock community, for the Web3 community, for the blockchain community, for people who like anime, those people like us who like those things, right? But you don't really see a lot of artists or even music that even reflects, what happens with the startup, or what happens when you're just having a bad day. For example, I have an R&B group called Solar, and there are 4 personas that were created, one from the Philippines, one from Malaysia. The Malaysian girl's Muslim. So in the art, she's has the garb on and everything. I just never seen that use it before. So so when you look at the group, you're like, oh, these are 4 Asian women. They sing R&B, lo-fi R&B, but the songs that I write talk about things that people in the Asian community go through: heartache, working from home, being away from your family. Family's a big influence for me, especially when they're in the Philippines. So I write that group. I wrote their persona and based their persona to talk to people from like 18 to like 32 who are going through life and going through those things, that they can relate to those things. And for those who don't know, lo-fi is a very popular genre when it comes to music, especially here in Asia, but it's not promoted or marketed that way, right? So I created a lo-fi R&B group that can tap into that market. King Blaze, another artist or persona, as you may say, is Jamaican. And he's raps in Jamaican, and he has that Jamaican accent, but his voice is me. So everything about King Blaze, this Mickele Macon, is just that I'm using him to get that out, because I'm too old to be rapping on stage.
Yeah, it's like this thing trained AI to get your voice.
Yeah, I created AI using my voice. I put the voice into it, and made it Jamaican, and I did the lyrics myself. So when you hear the artist named King Blaze, that is me. The lyrics and everything, the production is all me. It's just the fact that I use this persona to put out my view. And King Blaze, you guys must love him. He's very he's against Babylon. He's against the big corporations. people who are taking your money. So you'll love him. One of the first songs I wrote for Cold Signal was "Throw Your Hands Up," but I didn't release it. And the song was about the big thing that was going on here a few years, about last year, I think, with the construction.
And fat control projects.
Yeah, there was a protest about how people are taking the money, and I actually wrote a song about that. I never released it because I just put it at the time.
For sure, a lot of people wanted to hear that piece about that.
Yeah, you know what? I will actually release it now that I'm talking to you. I will let you know when I release the song. But when you're in the creative zone and the mode, there's some things that happen that you just have to hit it right then, right? So if I would have released that right when that came out, maybe it got some spins or whatever, but nobody knows who I am. Like, I create this music, but I don't have the followers. Nobody really knows who I am. They don't, and there was a big thing about AI, right? So when it comes to music, people are attached to music. Like, there's a song that reminds you of something or something that you went through, right? So the Gorillaz is a perfect example you brought up. The thing about it was the Gorillaz was made from musicians who are kind of like being shunned out of the industry. And they created that group that kind of laugh at the industry because it's like, y'all make this group and it's going to be it's not going to be real people. It's going to be animated and they just worked out for them. But the guys had, producers and things like that. Like, they had some musical insight. I don't have that. So I'm here in the Philippines. I'm a Black American making electronic music, which is kind of like an oxymoron in itself. And then I throw hip hop in it, and I talk about all these things for the startup community and for developers of blockchain and stuff like that. I use a lot of those elements in my music.
You can have a person who's like a startup founder.
Yeah. Well,
a hustler.
Well, the thing about the new album that I'm about to release and the EP that's coming out, is that I actually started putting my face on the marketing material, because when I was putting the artists, and if you look at my Facebook page or if you look at Gryph Recordings, you'll see like a lot of stuff there already. Like, I've been marketing this. Wow. But then I was getting, AI this, AI that, AI, it was like a lot of negative. Well, I'm like, I don't use AI like that. This is my music that I had for years, and I'm bringing it back, and I'm using it, and I'm taking the waves out, and I'm making new music out of stuff that I created already. So, like, how, I'm just using the AI as an instrument because they got the DAW there, and I can put the waves there, and then I can have the vocals over it, and then I can release it, and I can master it that way. So that's how I'm using AI. It's actually my creation, my music, my beats, my ideas, my breakdowns, and, the different things. But the perception of it is like, the perception of AI was just AI music is just this. They're trying to make it out to be a bad thing. It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually new technology, and the industry is getting angry because now anybody can put music out themselves. You don't need a record label no more, right? And if AI music becomes big, how is Universal Music or how is all of these labels going to make their money? So now they have this campaign in the United States about AI. I want to label it now. You should tell me if it's AI or not. Music was never about that. There's been producers. The whole disco era was producers, and they just threw some bodies out there and made them sing. Yeah, that's been going on since the 60s and the 50s. Yeah, all these groups, the Monkees wasn't a real group. They just do poor young kids there to sound like the Beatles. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been that way, but because it's AI and because now Mickele can create this on his own and he doesn't go to the record labels no more, now is a bad thing. Now is no talent in it.
Yeah.
So that's the bad thing. But that's going to change because you guys who start creating podcasts are going to go out and you're going to look at Gryph Recordings. You're going to listen to it. And you're like, yo, this is not just some regular thing. This guy is very talented, very respectful, very innovative, and he's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I mean, first of all, that thing he said about the record labels, I mean, I think that's true. But second of all, I think there's you can put some nuance here, like people or musicians don't like AI because they say it removes the soul out of music. But what if you actually create music with soul with AI? I mean, really, like for example, basically you have that tone. AI doesn't enables you to let out that creative soul. So, given that AI actually gives soul as long as it does not remove the soul, really, right?
Well, everything's from the taste.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're a musician, you're a musician. It doesn't matter if you use AI or if you use an instrument, right? You're a musician. So it's the same thing when it comes to someone like me. I'm actually a musician.
Yeah.
So I don't need to create soul. I already have it.
Yeah. You're a musician and then you let AI your tools perform it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean now basically AI enables you to perform for that soul perform without losing the soul or the essence, right?
You know, it gives me the tools to do the things that I need on my own.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have to go to, to somebody's studio and sit there and create beats, and then I have to master, then I have to tape it, then I have to deal with the artist. I had artists before, the artists didn't show up, we had shows, they didn't perform. I don't have to deal with all those headaches anymore. I can sit there and create the music, I can write the song the way I want the song to be done, and I can make it sound the way I want it to sound. Now, I can still work with a human. That's the difference. I can take my beats and still take them to a studio and still work with other people if I want. But I don't have to do that because I have everything I want within myself. And I'm at the point in my life to where I know what I want and I feel like I have a good vision and I can create this vision that other people will respect. And that's where I'm at with it right now. Just AI in general, right? Everybody's on Facebook now. Everybody creates pictures with AI. Everybody writes with AI now. I'm seeing all these long blogs and, stories. Everybody's using AI. So what's the difference of me using it for my music? Now, I can see if I had no talent and I just went on Suno, per se, and I just went and say, prompt me some lyrics, write a song about me starting this other, and then it makes the lyrics. And then I go, okay, I don't have to be hip hop beat with about 90 BPM, C minor, and I put that in there, and then it creates a prompt, and then that's my song. That I understand where you're coming from, because that's really you prompting or using the AI to create something. There's no creative juice with that. And I do get where people are coming from with that. But if you're a producer and you have music and you take your music and you upload your beat onto Suno, and then that beat is there, and then you create vocals yourself and you put the vocals in there and that's being spit, and then you take the prompt and then you create the drums around that beat that you created yourself. Am I using AI? Or did I create the beat myself?
Yes.
Right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking music that I've created myself and I'm making more music around it. Now, there has been times that I want to come up with my own sample. So I come up with the idea of the sample and then I run that through and I create the sample that way, but I'm still creating the sample. I put the BPM, the key was set on select what the drums are going to be. I do all that myself, man. So I do create my own samples, also using AI, but I still be doing it myself, right? I don't trust music taste comes to individuality, right? So I don't trust AI to give me the beat that I want. I have to program it to give me what I want to give me. And then I take that and then I create it on that. So I think what I'm doing is different than what you're doing it. I'm actually saying that I'm using AI vocals. I don't know too many people that will say that. But the reason why I use AI vocals because I don't have singers around. So if I want a song, the singer sounds like a female voice, I could get AI to do it, and it does it pretty well. and I use it, but I am marking my music down using AI vocals. At first, I wasn't doing that because the perception of just AI in general was just bad. You have DJs saying, "Oh man, this guy's creating AI," and it was just there was crappy on it. So I didn't want to, I just got to the point where I'm confident in what I'm doing. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm doing. I'm using AI for this. I'm using my old beats. I'm creating music around it, or I make original beats using AI, and I'm making music around it. And I don't think there's any shame in that. And I'm proud that I'm doing that because when you hear the music, you won't be like, okay, this guy, he has the talent.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more.
Meet Lala, a freelancer who chose Gig Genius. Unlike many platforms that make freelancers pay just to apply, Gig Genius was built to put skills first, not spending. No pay-to-apply barriers, no bidding fees, just safer opportunities through dual system verification. Ready to experience the difference? Visit giggenius.io and join Gig Genius today.
Yeah, and I think it was going to if people will really like the music and if you relate or somehow get the soul out of the reason to play. I think this was done to that. I just have a question, Mickele. Sure. How does blockchain play into this?
Okay, thank you for bringing it up on me. Okay, so Gryph Recordings is a label that I started, and I'm actually putting music out so I can build the fan base, the audience. Once I do get that going, I'm going to create a DAO. And a DAO is kind of like where you could actually be a part of it. Okay? So the blockchain, I want to do special edition albums and things like that that's only released on blockchain. So I have music already stored for that. So, but I'm not going to release music on Ethereum or on, Solana or whatever, and it's just going to sit there on the blockchain. Nobody's, listen to. I'm not going to do that. So I'm taking the time now to do what everybody says you should do. Build a community. I am doing that right now. I'm building the community. And once I do build that, there is a DAO, there will be a DAO. And for someone that actually knows how to do things on blockchain, that actually have blockchain products before, you should believe me, I'll get it done. I'm just trying to build a community. And the DAO will be maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people. And they will earn money whenever there are sales of Gryph Recordings on the blockchain. So this is only for the blockchain. This is not streaming, or this is not digital sales or vinyl or CDs, because some of that is still out there. This is only for blockchain-based sales. But you will earn money because whenever that record gets sold, the community will get money from that. Okay? Not only that, the community will also vote on what I release on the blockchain. So there may be albums that I have already, like the King Blaze album, but I have maybe 5 or 6 songs I didn't release my album. Maybe I'll release that on the blockchain. As a special edition, you'll have, digital artwork in there and things like that. Then you liner notes and things like that. So the things that you can do on the Web3s actually comes back to, remember we used to buy a CD in the store or album? You could do that on a blockchain. and you can put all that information there, because when you stream something, you don't see the liner notes. You don't know who's the producer or who's the writer, or you don't see, you just see the one-on-one picture right there, and that's it. You don't get the digital information on that. They don't really do that much anymore. Maybe on iTunes, if you download the digital version of the album, you may get that. But pretty much that's gone now. So we can bring those things back on the blockchain into where I could add those and add different music and different additions and different remixes and things like that on the DAO, and then put that out there for the community. And maybe you do like 1,000 or 2,000 copies. And if people like it, they can sell it, they can own it, or they can put it on blockchain and sell it. And if there's a big community, then you can sell it and you make money. And all the royalties of that goes to the DAO. And then the DAO decides what happens to that money. And I'm Mickele Macon, they vote on it. And it's the DAO. If you don't know, look up DAO, DAO.
Yeah, and DAO is short for Decentralized Autonomous Organization.
Yes, it is.
Basically, a fair democratic somehow organization, basically. And that's basically, if you put the music on the blockchain, that DAO owns it, and then you can set up rules that the DAO can vote for. For example, it's like a country. It's like a small set. Basically, it's an organization governed by a certain set of rules living on that blockchain. So if that DAO decides to, Mickele, you will produce this music. It's not up to Mickele, really. It's up to the DAO to choose. And then apparently that music will become the DAO's property. So whatever royalties come to that music will be shared accordingly to the DAO and to the people in the DAO.
Yes, and there's only the blockchain side of it. So most likely what will happen is that I will propose to the DAO.
Yeah.
I have this music that I want to put on the blockchain. What do you guys do with it? Do you like it? Do you don't like it? And then they decide if it gets released. And if it does get released, then everybody that's part of DAO will earn from the royalties of the sales of the music. So it's that and that's really the only thing you really put on the blockchain, really, to make it fair.
Yeah.
Because I can sell the music myself without the DAO. The Lord one just comes to me. All right. So my thing is, like, I want to help people, and I've always been a creative, and I want to do something that would benefit other people. So I have no problem putting my music to the DAO and letting the DAO earn from that, because I still get my money from the streams and the sales, the digital things. So it's a partnership, but at the end of the day, you still need a community to do those things. So I keep stressing community because I need community. If you guys go to my any page, I'm on Threads, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Well, not really YouTube, but TikTok, Threads, Facebook, and you can look at artists. Just follow. You can follow all 5. It's free. Clicking follow is free. There's no fee in that. Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music are the main 3. But I'm also on Deezer, I'm also on Tidal. But I'm starting not to put my music on Tidal, because Tidal is very anti-AI music, and it gets to the point that they're not giving you royalties. And if I have a following on Tidal and I have streams, you should pay me from the streams. But they don't want to do that for AI music. So as a person who does AI music, I am not putting my music on Tidal. I have the right to do that as an artist. And the thing about that is, in the Philippines, you guys love black music more than black.
Actually, to be fair, Philippines is the number 1 rap battle league in the world.
Yeah.
Philippines are into hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys love R&B. You love hip hop.
And I think because of the culture, I think hip hop rose because of the suburban rise, right? And suburban revolution, something like that. And Philippines also was that. I mean, urban poor, voiced out what they really want the most.
Well, that's what hip hop's about. Hip hop always been from the marginalized communities. even in the United States, African Americans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, hip hop came from that community, from that hard life, hard struggle. This is our music. This is what speaks for us, type of thing. And it's always been that, and it just translated around the world. So hip hop is everywhere. And not only that, I do have some alternative rock for you guys. I got some R&B for you guys. I got some electronic music. I call electronic music. Some people call it EDM. Some people call it dance music. Whatever it is, bass, drum and bass, whatever it is, I got that. Check out your boy. I got you. You all love what we're doing here at Gryph Music. If you're into lyrical content or things that relate to you, you definitely gonna love them. I come from perspective of somebody that's humble, that's been there, and I want all the programmers, all the Web3 guys, all these sub guys, you should be on Gryph Recordings already. You should be checking out the music, because the music is for you. It's made from somebody that's in good space. And for those who love anime, I got 2 animes on the website. There is everything that you want, that you ever thought, oh, I want to able to do all those things. You have that now in the Philippines with Gryph Recordings. So I'm here to just announce that, and I want you guys to support me. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I'm very open to talking about those things. And when it comes to blockchain, I think that there's a lot that could be done. And I think a lot that's going to be done. And I really appreciate the opportunity for speaking here and give me, let me speak. But ask me one question.
I'm getting the more personal or personal questions. I mean, we should make more of the stories even. Actually, you already told earlier about, from Gryph, actually from the United States, New York to Gryph Recordings. Yeah. I just want to ask, what keeps you motivated, really? You keep on pushing, even you keep on, and for sure, for example, you have this idea even before, you researched it before, but now you still want to do it. So what then keeps you motivated on building Gryph, and then now Gryph Recordings?
Because I want to start. Like I have people that supported me. First of all, I have a wife from the sun. And, the reason why I started doing music again is because, my partner died that I did music with a few years ago. And I never thought I was going to do music again. And when I was, putting things together, I was playing dance music. And my son would dance to the music, and Daddy, play the music. He loves to dance, and he loves to sing. And when I started playing around with the AI tools again last year, he reminded me of that. So my first album was a dance album. I never did dance music in my life. I come from hip hop. Wu-Tang, Biggie, Snoop Dogg, DMX. I actually got pictures with DMX. I come from that era, and it was a hardcore, hard school, Public Enemy. I grew up listening to those books, Tribe Called Quest, Outkast. I come from the essence, And when I was doing my tastemaker events in New York City, I did showcases for artists to perform at a club called Karma in New York City. And I learned, or I got into dance music then. I started listening to a lot more. And I didn't want to play things for my son to hear things he shouldn't hear. All right. So the dance music was safe for him. And when I started producing, I actually produced a rap record. And I didn't like it. It didn't have the essence of what me and my partner did. And I just, it just felt like, I'm not feeling it. I created a dance beat, and I put a lyric with the chorus. Yeah, put it in, and it just came out hot. This is good. Not always like a up-tempo, fast tempo type of thing. So when I started playing around with it, I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I just got to a creative mode, and I just, started working on the album. But my son is the reason, and my wife is the reason why I keep going, because my wife wasn't rich, you know, and she had an art life, and she's everything to me and my son. So I don't quit because I can't. Unless I'm dead, that's when I stop. I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to do that until I get till I get to the point, and I know it's given to me from God. So I'm a very religious person. Also, come from a Christian family, and it's just in His timing. But you have to put in the work, right? So I'm just putting in the work. I know it's going to happen. Let's just put in the work. I think I'm blessed. Not many people can come from one country to another country and be successful on their own, right? So, everything to me is my family, man, and my friends. I have people that believe in me, that support me. You are one of them. This guy right here has always been my friend. Even on Facebook, if I post something, hey, Mickele, man, I like that. He'll show me love, and he always responds to me, and that's real. That's that real relationship, right? So to me, I want to meet 20,000 more of him. And if I do that, I'm good at it. I don't need a lot. God will bless me. I feel that way, but I'm a very humble person. I don't need a lot. I don't need the entourage or all that. I just want to be able to get my wife some land and a lot so she can build her home, and she's good, and I'm strict. And that's it. That's where I'm at. But yeah, my family, man. My wife really is my number one fan, supporter. Her family too. For those who are foreigners who meet a Filipino wife, go to the province, and meet your very beautiful person. Love her family, and they will love you. And I'm grateful that I have that. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people come here and they lose everything. But no, man, my wife and my friends and the people around me, that's what keep me going. Seriously.
Yeah. And just to comment on what you said about why I keep commenting on your post, because I actually love your ideas. I mean, genuinely, I also, I believe, or I hope I also have that creative soul. And I have some, I'm in a tech also, I'm in a tech world also, but I also have that artistic side in me. And whenever I see your ideas, I'm really amazed by your ideas. From the original Gryph streetwear revolution, that NFT shirts, I still remember that. I like the idea. Perhaps it's not the time for it to implement or to make money out of it. And then now, Gryph Recordings, to be honest, it has been my dream, as I told you, ever since I saw Borinas to be able to make that, and now you're moving it. So I'd be a fan. I'd be on.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you know what? Not only you, there's a lot of people in the Web3 community that reach out to me, and I may not know your names, but you have actually supported me. And because I'm on this particular broadcast, I don't want to put a lot of names out there because I may mess up your name actually. But I just feel when to hear that right there, that also keeps me going, because there's been times I'm like, dang, nobody's liking my post. I'm putting my music out there. I got like 2 followers. Nobody's listening. Then I'll post in like different groups, and maybe 2 or 3 people will respond. And I was like, dang, why am I not getting that? Why am I not getting that support, right? And then, but at the end of the day, you can't count what other people do against you. You have to do you, right? So I have to put in the work in. So that's why I came to your podcast today, to hope that I can get like the 4,000 people to follow me, and to build our community from that. Because at the end of the day, you have to go out there and show people who you are. And that's why I put myself on the new cover that for the new album I'm doing, because I want people to know that there is a human behind this. Even though I do the different signs, I got the Savannah album and I have the real G's and those things. But and if you know that's Mickele, right? And you like Mickele, then maybe you will be more in tune with the music, and then you'll be more open to it. And so that's why I'm here today, to let you know who Mickele is and to let you guys know that I'm just like you. I work hard. I've been through ups and downs in the startup, like you mentioned. I had the NFTs with the t-shirts, and what the deal with that was, it was like merch to earn. So the whole idea was that you put what's ever on the front of the t-shirt is actual on the NFT. And then if you sell a certain amount of t-shirts, the money of the sale will go to the community. It just didn't work out. Maybe it was too far of his time. Maybe people didn't understand it. Maybe I just didn't market it correctly, or maybe the design sucked. I don't know. Maybe people didn't like my designs. It could have been that too. I'm not the person saying it's not my fault. It probably just wasn't the right thing. And I'm not the guy to be rah and like that. I'm very humble. So it just didn't work out. But I appreciate you, liking an idea. And wait a minute. What's on blockchain stays on blockchain. Just because that didn't work out 3 years ago, 4 years ago, doesn't mean that can't be brought back now. Right? Yes. So the thing about it is that it may not have worked out then, but maybe Gryph Recordings rolls up. And then I do a Key Lays t-shirt, and then maybe that it'll work out again. So everything that's on the blockchain stays on the blockchain, guys. So it's not like this can't work out. It just wasn't its time. But maybe now that the music is out there, and there's other things to it, this stuff may come up again, and maybe it'll blow up. So
timing plays a big part in product market fit.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, guys, if you're a startup and you're having a hard time trying to put a team together or trying to find a team to work with, I went to the same thing. Like, I had a whole team with me, and then the money didn't come the way I wanted. And then people started disappearing, and I had to learn how to do everything on my own. And that's why I use AI for a lot of things too. I do the marketing, I do the promotions, I do the videos. I use AI because if I didn't have AI, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I'm just being honest with you. I use AI for a lot of things I do. And it's not because actually, it's because I have the creative soul and the skill to do the things. And I make AI just do more than what I really needed. So I don't need the team anymore. So I'm doing a lot of things on my own. So for you startup guys who have an idea, it's okay to do it on your own. You can release things on your own. You can make things. It's easier now. You can make an app now and post it, and it's so easy now. Just do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't worry about the team. When the money comes, the team will be there. Believe me, you can hire whoever you want to hire. But when you got the money, and not only that, you will be able to hire the best people because you earned that, and you'll be in a position to get that talent. So, for you AI guys out there who are worried about, if you'll be accepted or not, don't worry about that. Just do it, guys. This guy did it. I'm telling you, he did it. I've seen it firsthand myself. He started just getting out there and hustling and doing whatever he had to do. And look where the podcast is now. #1 in the Philippines, by the way, on Spotify. Check out Startup Space PH podcast. All right. Just want to plug that in, guys. And, but this guy you should watch all of his stuff like I do. You'll learn a lot. There's been a lot of good people on here. I learned a lot actually, from your podcast about how to deal with people and how expectations and requirements and just the struggles. Everybody struggles, man. If you're a startup and you haven't struggled, it's like you're being in blockchain or being in crypto and you haven't lost money yet. It's like that's what will happen, right? It's like guaranteed. Guys, the struggle is real, but don't give up, man. Just go to your higher power and put your faith and just do what you need to do. Go ahead.
Yeah, and about that, actually, I have 3 last questions.
Yeah, sure.
These are sort of like slam questions, but I guess we'll be clipping this out. And this one, the first one, related to what you just said. So what's the biggest challenge you encounter as a startup founder? The most challenging, maybe, or
the most challenging thing, really, before was trying to find a tech guy, or, because I was trying to build something, idea somebody that knew blockchain, how quality selling. But now you can do a lot of it yourself now. I think the number one thing, the hardest thing, is funding. And actually not even the funding, how to get to the money. I think that's the hardest thing. It's like, how can I make money from this? Or how can I earn from this? I think that's the hardest thing. Because that stops a lot of people, right? You can have the ambition, you can have the idea, you can have everything, the plan and everything. And if you can't get to the money, or if you don't get to the money, then you get discouraged because now you're not making any money. Now you can't take care of family the way you want. Now, you're not earning, and now you got to go back to work, or now you have to do the things you need to do. So I think that right there, the money part is the artist. And even myself, I'm not even at that point yet to where I'm getting to the money. I'm trying to get to the money. I didn't work. I have a job. So that's not take care of my family. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not rich. I'm not hand over fist. I made some money here and there, but it's not hand over fist. And I have to get to that part too. So I think that's the hardest thing, man, is the financial part of the food.
What is the greatest lesson that you have learned as a startup founder, and that maybe you have any advice to our listeners?
I just mentioned it earlier, man. You don't need a team anymore. You can do it yourself. And if you do put a team together and you feel like that's the way to go, make sure everybody knows the expectations and everybody's on the same page. Because if everybody's not on the same page and you guys get to the point to where, you're just you're close, but you're not there yet, and then things fall apart because of the money, that right there, I think that was a lesson for me. I've put money in for a marketing person and I didn't get anything back from it. And I was so angry that I spent that money that had more the relationship. And there was expectations that were supposed to have been done that weren't done, but there was a lot. Everything is on you as the founder also. If things don't work out, it's because you didn't explain things the right way, or everything wasn't down on paper, or there was misunderstandings, or things wasn't said, or you assumed things. So I was so angry at this person that I lost that money, that it ruined the relationship. But then I had to get to the point and take responsibility and realize that I could have been better in that situation. And that was something that I had to learn. I had to humble myself, and I had to be honest with the situation. And I think that if I would have did that, and stand up, if there's something that needs to be done and you're just letting it go and you're not speaking out on it, do that, because I didn't let something that should have stopped. I didn't do it because I was feeling bad, because I was, there was money and there was people behind it, and I should have stopped it right then, and the money would have been wasted. But because I was trying to be nice and let people earn, and stop what's supposed to have been stopped, it ruined the friendship. So that right there, as a founder, you have to get your requirements, get your expectation, get everything written down, everything discussed, everything written down, what the plan is going to be, how it's going to go down, what's the expectation, what the deliverables are. All that has to be down on paper. Because if you don't do that and you're assuming that somebody's going to do your best interest, that's not going to happen. Even if they want to do the right thing, it's not going to go down that way, and then you waste money. And that was the hardest lesson I had to learn. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management.
Driven by passion, Schooltech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, Schooltech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. Schooltech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. Schooltech, taking school management solutions to the next level.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Yeah, I think many people can relate to that. A bit on the positive side, what would you say is the biggest milestone achieved, being from Gryph to Gryph Recordings?
Biggest milestone? I'm still here 5 years later.
Yeah, that's a big milestone.
You know, I'm here 5 years, and even the thing I said before wasn't a bad thing because it was just an experience thing. You know, and I learned something from that house, right? So I'm still here 5 years later. We started actually Gryph 2020, late 20 or early 2020, 2021, and but we did things before then to get to the point where we got incorporated stuff. So I'm in corporation in the United States. That's the big thing. Not many people get to that point where they get their company incorporated. I got to pay taxes, you know, for that. But I think me being here 5 years, me not stopping, me as you say, pivoted. I don't think I pivoted to music. I was always into music. It just found me again. So I think of it as the evolution. But because I did music, it gave me something to come here and talk to you about, right? Because I was just sitting at home waiting for my angel investor to come from the heavens and bless me, and with his time, and it just didn't work out. And I found, the funny thing is, when I was waiting, nothing was popping. When I started doing my own thing, now everything comes to me, right? So don't stop. Keep going. The biggest milestone I have to tell you that I woke up today, I'm here with you, and it's 5 years, and I'm still going. And I'm still creating beautiful stuff, and I'm actually excited about where I'm at right now. I'm in a better place. Right now, mentally also, I'm not stressed anymore. I'm not worried about, I don't go for funding anymore. I'm not trying to get funding or none of that. I'm not going for that, jumping those hoops and things like that, because I'm to the point to where I do it myself. And if I can get to myself, I don't need them. They're going to come to me anyway. If you got money, if you're making money, people going to come to you anyway. So, don't worry about the funding. Don't worry about, the grant. Don't let that make or break you. It broke Gryph before, because when we didn't get the funding, when we didn't get the approvals, when we didn't get, the incubators and all that, people left because they didn't stay and see it. But at the end of the day, they don't need to see it. That wasn't meant. It was meant for Mickele. So as long as Mickele wakes up every day and I do what I'm supposed to do and I move forward, then Gryph will breathe. So I learned that lesson, man. But at the end of the day, that's a milestone to be somewhere 5 years and still doing it, still being creative, still coming out with new things, still giving to the community and bringing value. 5 years later, I think that's a big milestone.
Yeah, of course. Now for the last question, what's the vision really? Now it's moved 5 years more, or 10 years more. So what really do you see as the future plan for, or what really do you want to happen with Gryph Recordings in, let's say, 10 years?
10 years from now, well, Gryph will be different companies. Like we said, we have the record label, we'll have the blockchain and the technology. I will actually have people, I won't even be in Gryph anymore. I'll be like a chairman. I have other people right here. I feel that I will always want to give back and do classes and things like that. And maybe teach people about blockchain. And there's people doing a great job at it now. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that are doing communities work and things like that. But hopefully I have the money to actually hire people to teach and develop more. I would like to get into robotics in the future. I think that robotics could be big here in the Philippines. I think there's I see a lot of robotics people that are going to events and conferences and things like that. So I would like to give money, for that situation. So I think that's the future. And hopefully by 10 years, I've created like maybe 20 or 30 albums, got like platinum plaques everywhere. Hopefully maybe do a concert here and there, maybe get recognized by Billboard in the Philippines. Maybe do.
By the way, I mean, I just want to comment on that. In the Philippines or in the US? I mean,
no, everything I do is Philippines and United States. Because if you make it United States, you make it law. You know what I mean? A lot of people will listen to you if you're American, if you're popular in the United States, just because you're popular in the United States, right? So by then, I will have Filipino groups selling in the United States. That's what I would like to do. And it's not like I don't want to work with humans. I want it to be under my terms. So I would love to put together a Filipino group and bring it to the United States and let them sell there, because I have the tools and the vision and the music to do that. So hopefully 10 years from now, I'm not doing it personas anymore. I'm actually having real groups, and I'm actually giving money to colleges and students to do robotics, and maybe AI will be advanced by then to where everybody has their own little call bot and they're doing their things. I mean, look what happened 5 years. 5 years ago, we didn't have ChatGPT then. Yeah. And look where we at today. So 5 years from now, and 10? In 10 years, I should be retired, man. I should have groups all over the world making music, and I should be with my wife and kid, putting him through college and teaching and giving back to people. And hopefully that's what I'm at 10 years from now, and God willing, I will be there.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's it. Definitely. Thank you very much, Mickele. It's a very wonderful conversation. I mean, yeah, feeling one of those. I'm still actually amazed by your ideas, and I hope I see on the Billboard charts of the Philippines and the United States. So
yeah, there's a Billboard Philippines chart.
Yeah.
And I actually follow them on Facebook, and I want you guys that are out there, if you stream my music here in the Philippines and get enough of you guys, it will get charted in Billboard in the Philippines. I would love to see that. Actually,
are they going to Spotify top music?
Yeah,
Top 50 Philippines.
Go to Spotify. First of all, please go to my Facebook page or my website, gryphrecordings.online, and you'll see the artists. Once you see those artists, follow them on Spotify or whatever your platform is for music, okay? Follow the artists, because then if people see as follows, then more people will give the artist the opportunity, right? So let's just be honest. I don't have the community right now, so I need you guys to be the community for me. Please support Gryph Recordings. We're here for you, but I'm telling you, if you listen to the music, you're going to like the music. And if you don't like it, send me an email. I'll make something you like, all right? I have no problem because I'm always creating. I'm always putting out the music. Like I told you, I got an EP coming out August the 3rd, 4 songs. And then I have an album from Savannah coming out August 10th. And then the next cold single album is on September. But I also got albums out already from Solar, from Real G's, from King Blaze. If you like reggae Jamaican music with hip-hop soul, listen to King Blaze. I'm telling you, what he's speaking is the truth. You're going to like it. You're going to say, oh, that's Mickele, that's me, all right? All right, just let you guys know. So thank you so much, man, for the opportunity. to sharing the platform and the space to reach out to these people. And
yeah. Well, for that follow. And by the way, before I forget, so yeah, if our listeners want to know more, what's the website again? Where can they go? I mean, yeah.
yes, Gryph Recordings, GRYPH Recordings, all one space, one word, gryphrecordings.online.
Yeah, so go to that website and then find the artists, search them, and listen to their release.
Yes, please. Please support. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Miguel. Thank you.
Thank you. This was fun, though. God boy, give.
Thank you very much to our 68 patrons. This episode is super powered by Multibook Philippines, provider of cloud ERP and outsourced business services. Wonderbrand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. Aslex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Pahatid PH, B2B logistics solutions provider specializing in third-party logistics, micro-warehousing, and micro-fulfillment services. Digital Workforce Group, connecting Filipino professionals with global opportunities and helping businesses scale through recruitment, remote staffing, executive search, and more. Nascent Batteries, energy technology startup specializing in sodium-ion battery technology as a safer, more sustainable alternative to conventional batteries. Level Up Talent Solutions, delivering lean pro talents, highly trained, AI-ready, business-savvy professionals who plug into your operations and power your growth. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest-growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform Hustle PH. Cloud CFO, expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups, using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions, provider of ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. DV Code Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argon AI, make smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePayment, turn content into opportunity, grow deeper connections, and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.epayment.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners, built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smell Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. This episode is powered by Nature Loop, worldwide shipping and logistics and Starsky AI, Sirius MD, Airship Logistics, Pareto Consulting, Josie AI, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Hanson Barley, East Point Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Alacon, Aquafeeds, One Algae, Grey Wolf Technologies, and Sugbodo. Support the podcast through the links in the description.